Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. It's a slightly different angle right now. Um, I'm going to take you guys over to the limo. I'll explain things in a second. I wanted to show you wiring on this, but by the time I got back from Orlando, storms had already come through, and we were having really gnarly rain through here. The limo got absolutely drenched, so I can't really sit in it to drive it without getting completely soaked. Plus, by the time the storm cleared, it was well after 10:30. So I don't really want to wake up my neighbors. The car is stupid loud. Um, so I'm trying to be polite and be considerate, and I'll take you guys over to the limo. I'll take some lights with me so I can kind of show you. This one will be really quick. This one's about wiring and updating the controls for the air ride system. So uh, the air ride system is airbags on each corner, and they're controlled. I have a little controller that adjusts the manifold, either inflate or deflate, open a valve or close a valve. And the controller also has relays in it, so it will either open two valves at the same time or four valves or close them, and however it wants to work. It controls each corner, or you can call they call it front, back, side to side. So I can control the front, I can control the back, I control the left, I control the right, or I can do all four at once and raise and lower the car. And that's what the controller's for. Now, I'll show you in the car, but the controller goes to the cables connect with what are called bullet connectors. And bullet connectors are okay, they're fine. They're obviously not waterproof. There are water resistant ones out there, but there's better connectors out there. So when I first got the system, this worked fine, but I've noticed that since we're moving the controller around and I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff underneath the car, the more I move that cable, the more likely the connectors get unhooked. And it's just on accident, it's just gravity or tension or whatever. But you don't ever want that. Like when the car was getting transported down, the transporter calls me and he goes, "Hey man, the rear won't raise up at all." And I said, "All right, follow the cable to the connector, the bullet connectors. One of them fell out or, got hooked on something." And he's like, "Oh yeah, this one got unplugged." There you go. Plug that guy back in. There's about 10 or 12 individual connectors. So you have this nice thin cable, then you have this big bulky connector with all these bullet connectors in it, and then it goes back to a nice smooth cable. So we're going to try and clean that up a little bit. So what I got is, I'll show you guys. Hang on a sec. Now these are called Deutsch connectors, and they're very simple and they're very standardized. And this kit came with a pair of crimpers made just for Deutsch connectors. So they're not like regular wire strippers or wire crimpers. They're made for the pins that come with these guys. Now I'll crack these open, and I need my glasses obviously because these are very small pins. Try not to send these all over. So these are the pins that come with it. And there's, I don't know, does it say how many pins? 70 male and 70 female. So these are the male pins, and then this bag is the female pins. And hang on, I'm just going to set this stuff to the side. And then we have a variety of different size connectors. Now we have like a 10. This is a 10. No, this is a 12. 6 top, 6 bottom. So I could do all of them with this, and it would still be about the size of that. This is an 8. There's a separator right there. There's an 8, which is also, I mean, that's a nice size. What I'd like to use is like a 6 and a 4. So here we have a 6. Even if I just use 2 6s, that would probably work pretty well. So there's a 6 male and a 6 female. So I'll just show you how the 6s work. So set that guy to the side. These connectors go like this. They really can only go in one way. I guess you can try and fit it like this, but since the pins are lined up like that, it's not going to work. And you also have your locking tab, and your locking tab's not going to, whoops, there goes the rubber. It's not going to let you do it any other way except where the lock tab goes. So that's how that works. You have 6 on this side, 6 on this side, and that rubber thing just launched itself. But you have a weatherproof seal, a nice water resistant seal when they're connected together. Now, the fun part is pinning these guys, and that's why you have that crimper. Each wire gets its own little slot, and it goes in from, actually, wire goes through here, gets crimped, and then it gets pulled back, and it's locked in place in the female with this, which goes right in there. And that's how that guy works. And then click. So that's how these guys work. These little rubber gaskets, if you keep doing them over and over and over and over again, they will wear out. You'll break them, whatever, but they should stay on the connector. Since I was doing it dry and all. But these really help keep water out. They keep dust out. That also help keep the connector from getting corroded. So once they go in, clickety click, and it's a super solid connection. So I'll take you guys over to the car and I'll show you the bullet connectors that we're going to replace. And then I'll bring you guys back in here. So obviously I'm not going to do these. It's kind of painstaking to do each individual one. And also not going to be at the car. There's still lightning on the other side over there. So I'd rather not get juiced tonight. I know my hair looks like I just got juiced, but that's because I went and got Little Caesars and my hair got messed up. So I'll take you guys over to the car. I'll throw some light on there and it's going to be really wet, but I'll show you guys the bullet connectors. And actually I'll take this with me so you can see the difference between the bullet connectors and the those are called Deutsch connectors. And I don't know where the name comes from, probably from German, but I've just always called them Deutsch connectors. There's Weather Pack. There's a bunch of different connectors that are really good for doing waterproof stuff. And with this car, I need waterproof. So let me take you over to the car. I'll show you the bullet connectors. So bear with me here. I know this is a little close, right? Let me. I'm gonna turn on a light here. You guys can kind of see the light, maybe. This will just be some overhead action, which helps. And then I have a light in the car. Of course, I did not bring the keys with me. Yeah, because someone's going to steal this thing, right? So, yeah, okay. Super concerned about that. The cops wouldn't be able to find it in 2 minutes. All right. Okay, holy crap. All right, so loud. So let me turn on the light here and I'll see. Don't really want to set a laptop down right there. So I'm just going to set it at a little angle here for you guys, if that's okay. And I'll try and get this connector up here. Even with the rain and stuff, it all got super wet. So where's the end of the connector? Okay, there he is. So kind of show you guys. I don't have it. Does it mount right here? Yeah, it does. Okay. So this is our controller, and he's pretty weatherproof. And the arrow points to the front of the car. So front left, both, front right. This is all 4 up and down, whole car. Back right, back left, and then both back. So this is called front back, side to side. So I can adjust the 2 sides if I want. You can do both at the same time, drop one, raise the other, whatever. This is a really great controller. But, and of course they have apps on your phone and stuff. So here's where the wiring harnesses connect. And these are called bullet connectors. And they just, I don't know, I was trying to find a good one that comes apart. And this is the cloth tape that's been abused over and over again. I don't think I have any really good ones that just kind of pop apart. And they're also really wet. And mosquitoes are huge here. So anyway, there's all of our wires that we're going to change into, as I get the wrong thing out of the wrong pocket. We're going to change it into one or two of these connectors. Can you hear those frogs? Can you guys hear that? God, they're going to be the size of cheeseburgers. Huge frogs. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to change all of these out, the pink and the white and the yellow. They'll all go into one of these. And let's just, since we're here, we'll just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a power. I'll probably leave the power wire separate. So we can just do an 8-pack. So we'll do a single 8. This is a 6. You guys can see that's a 6. We'll do a single 8, and that'll replace all of these. And it's a quick release if I need to pull that out for some reason. So tuck this back in here. So yeah, the good part about the car is it has outdoor carpeting. All of this can totally get wet. It's fine. Like you can see it's just outdoor carpet. And you guys haven't seen this yet. Steering wheel cover. And this is just a silicone. Oh wow, and it holds water too. Okay. We'll have to take care of that. It's just a silicone cover to keep it from getting super, super hot. And in the Florida sun, with no roof on this thing, it gets crazy hot. So I'll take you back inside. We can close the door. Chunk. Turn off this light. And there we go. So now you guys have seen sort of what we're doing. I think I pulled out one of the 8-packs, didn't I? Yeah, here's an 8-pack. So this is what the 8 would look like. It'd be kind of, I guess, only a little bit smaller. But if I did I don't know, let's see, a 2 and a 6, it wouldn't be as clean. So I'm gonna do a single 8, I think. And these guys work different. They have the locks on the side, but also they have alignment pins here, so it can only go on one way. So this will be our connector. A lot cleaner look. I'm not hot on the orange, but can't really do much about that. That's kind of the standard color. So this will be our connector for that. Ring's going to pop off again just because he hasn't been lubed up. This will be our connector for the air ride system. What other combination could I do? 6 and 2. Looking at the other options here. There's a 3 and a 6. I think I could do 2 4s, but that doesn't really work. So I guess we'll just do. I was just looking at the options available. We're gonna do the single 8. Oh, hey Denise. Got a bunch of Viper people in here. Hey Liz. I didn't see it. All this stuff pops up later on. You guys could have been in here for half an hour. I have no idea until it just pops up later on. So we're gonna go with one of the single 8s. That'll work really great, and it'll keep that stuff dry so those connectors don't short out. And for some reason, because we're moving that controller around in the car all the time, especially while we're working on it and doing all the plumbing, you guys can see the little green pod right there. Where is it? See, this is why I'm not a weatherman. The little green pod right there, that's the controller. That's the hot tub. That's the heater. That's the pump. That's the aerator. And yeah, so when we're moving stuff around, those bullet connectors just pop right out. Since we don't want that anymore, tomorrow we're going to redo all of those wires and it'll be one and done for the life of the car. Those Deutsch connectors should last. The other fun part, and I just figured this out. Saturday, I'm going to uh, I'm going to the Motor Enclave. They're doing a cars and coffee there, and I've never been there before. So I'm trying to figure out what time to get there, where to park, all that. And then I realized that the Miata is right behind the Viper. You guys, you can't really see the Miata back there. The Miata is behind the Viper. The Miata doesn't have an ECU in it, so I can't move it. I can gravity move it, obviously, but I don't know how I'm going to get the Viper out of here without doing like an Austin Powers, 28-point turn. I got to move all the limo stuff and move the trash cans. I guess that's the only way to get the Viper out of here. And then I'll obviously have to move the limo too. So to be a little tight fit. But the ironic part is when I go to the Motor Enclave, I will be picking up the ECU for the Miata. I loaned it to a friend of mine who has a Miata and he's been having engine problems. And he's like, "Yeah, thanks for letting me use it." He plugged it in today. It works great. And he's got to get a new ECU. The problem is I don't have an ECU for the Miata to move it. So we're going to have some fun getting the Viper out of here tomorrow, trying to move stuff around. Um, if I can, I'll do a time lapse on that and put it up here just because I think it would be kind of comical. Uh, yeah, I got to move all the limo parts and stuff. That's pretty easy. Move the trash cans. That's pretty easy. It's the back and forth 20 times because I have these stupid cabinets in the way here in the front, and I have a very, very small room to work on that side. I got to put the big ass fan outside, and you know, it'll be a little tricky. It'll take a little while, but I can definitely do it. So yeah, the plan is Saturday, Motor Enclave up in Tampa. They have cars and coffee from 9 a.m. until noon, I think, something 8 until noon. Anyway, that's the plan. I'll have the Viper up there. So if you guys want to come up and see me, definitely pop in and say hi. Again, if I get time, I'll do a live from there. I'll do some kind of video for you guys. At the very least, I'll take pictures and I'll put them up on my social media, and you guys can check them there. Um, if you have any other questions, comments, whatever, let me know. And we're going to have more time. The limo will be inside tomorrow night. So I'll take you guys underneath the back deck and show you all of the plumbing and where the jets are and the drains and all of that stuff. I'll take you guys underneath the deck so you can see all of that and how it all kind of goes together and how the wiring is going to work and all of that. I'd really like to have the hot tub just sort of hot tubbing, not necessarily portable, just using a garden hose, whatever, and have that working hopefully by the end of the weekend. So that would be kind of cool. And another thing I got from Amazon, by the way, those Deutsch connector plug, that kit was like 35 bucks, and I can do, I don't know, 20 connections with it, so it'll last me a good long time. And it came with the crimpers, so it's not a bad deal. 35, 40 bucks, and you keep it in your shop. It's also great for stereo stuff. If you have someone who has a stereo that the wiring has been completely mangled, that's a really, really good way to clean up stereo wiring behind the dash because the connectors are pretty small. They're weatherproof. They're gonna, stay put. They're not gonna vibrate loose or get pulled apart. So that's why I have those. I have weather packs too that can go, underneath the car or whatever. Those are really, really durable. So um, a solid investment. And I'll show you guys something else I got. I got 2 cases of Rockstar. Yeah, I'm just kidding. All right. So I got this. I think it's right side up. So this is a flow meter for just a regular garden hose. This will tell you how fast stuff is flowing, which I don't really give a shit about, but it'll also tell you how many gallons have passed through. So when I go to fill up the hot tub, I'll know exactly how many gallons to the fill line. That way I can make sure my tanks are okay. I can make sure I have enough water in there for everything to operate properly, because you don't want to run the jets. You don't want to run the pump without water in there. You want water actually cools. This is so weird. Water actually cools the pump. So you don't want to run it without water in there. You want water to help with the seals and all of that. And I'm itching like crazy because I still have all these fire ant bites on me. Oh, driving me nuts. So got a flow meter. We're going to find out exactly. I'll probably do it with you guys. I'll find out exactly how many gallons of water it's going to take to fill that hot tub. Now, I'm going to predict 200. I'm just going to keep an easy number. Again, I haven't plugged this in. It doesn't even have power. I just put the battery in it 5 minutes ago. So we'll test this out together, and we'll see. You know, if you guys want, you can do a pool in the messages on how many gallons you think it's going to take. I'm going to say 200, just for me. You guys can do. You guys can have fun with that. But I'll do it. I'll do it on a live stream, so there's no bullshit, and you guys don't think I edited anything or had the drain running or anything like that. So how many rock stars does it take to fill up the tub? Yeah, well, you can do the math on that because there's 16 ounces in a can. So figure out how many gallons, divide by ounces. There you go. Or calculate for ounces and then divide by 16. Yeah. So that would actually be a very funny number to remember. It's 200 gallons or 726 rock stars, whatever it is. That'd be funny. So I'll do that live with you guys just so everyone can kind of see what it takes to put water into a hot tub in a car that shouldn't have a hot tub in it. I know, it's so weird. So that's about it for tonight. Hopefully you guys like that. Hopefully you take a look at these Deutsch connectors. There are kits out there. You can also get them individually. So if you only need a 3x3 like this 6-pin, you can go get individual ones if that's all you need. But the kits are definitely the way to go. And with them being water resistant and basically waterproof, it's a great way to go for getting a lot of pins in a very small place that you can still release. So these are a solid idea. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, let me know. If there's something you want to see, whether it's on the Viper or the Miata or the Limo or a different vehicle, if you want to see something on the motorcycles, let me know. Happy to look into stuff for you guys. And I think that's about it for tonight. So we'll do a bunch more Limo tomorrow night because the car will be inside and it'll be dry, and we'll have the Viper outside, so we'll have a lot more room for other stuff in here. So yeah, I think that's about it. Hopefully everything else is good in your guys' place, wherever you're at. Hopefully you don't have gnarly thunderstorms like we had this afternoon, this evening. So yeah, everyone stay safe. Don't forget to show someone that you love them today. Give them a kiss on the cheek. Give them a kiss on the tip of their nose. Hold their hand. Give it a squeeze. It's really important for them, but it's far more important for you. All right. Thanks, everyone. I will catch you tomorrow. Put some water in that thing, right? Cool. Do like James Brown celebrity hot tub.